Pointvinich, and I'll be presenting on our gate check initiation for our project of the construction of the storage unit. My team members will be me, James Pointvinich, Matthew Sweeney, Jonathan Bird, Desiree Aguilar, Rich Hansen, and Mitchell Schwartz. Next slide, please. So first, I want to talk about the need, the opportunity, or the purpose of this project. So this project, the need will be for the storage of vehicles, trailers, furnitures, whatever such that you need to store, so that it could be out of the element, so that there's a space that you can put away unused, unnecessary stuff. It'll also be an indoor space as a workshop for a project to work on various things. And also you could do automotive repairs in this space. Next slide, please. So I want to talk about the scope as well. And so the scope of the project will include the size of the storage, which will be based on what's being stored, and as well as the requirements from our stakeholders. The plans are purchased online according to the code. That's up to the code, and it'll be built according to what's the specification that's necessary and needed. And the foundations that needs to be laid, the floor frame built, and the walls and the roof are framed. The sidings are installed on the unit, and installing doors, windows, and trim. Next slide, please. So now the feasibility of this project. We have various members in our team that have various experiences, from construction and building to project managing to accounting related experience, which will help with budgeting and quality control. And also we have a well-defined project proposal, and with that we're able to have a clear scope and goals, and a clear milestone plan, and also a sound and efficient overall general plan that will help us that will help the project go smoothly without any hitch. Next slide, please. Next, we want to talk about the time of the project. And so it's estimated that the time of the project will be completed in 3 weeks. And this is a breakdown of what's going to happen during each of the week. So in week 1, we'll excavate the land, and we'll pour concrete and set the framing posts in preparation for the installing of everything. And that's that. And the rest will come in week 2, where we'll frame the walls and the roof and install the sidings so that it comes together and it looks tangible and decent. And then finally, in the last week, week 3, we'll install all the doors, the windows, the frames, the trims, and any other finishing touches that needs to be done to really make the storage unit looks nice and looks complete. Next slide, please. So now we want to talk about the cost of the project. And so the total cost will be between $20,000 and $26,000. This includes all this total cost of the resources will include the time, the material, the permit, and equipments and such to be able to make up the project. And so we won't exceed $26,000, and we'll make sure that's in the budget. Next slide, please. And now I want to talk about the quality of the project. So with the project's quality, we'll make sure it's built up to regulations and code, and all the safety precautions and proper standards are met, and using building techniques that fit the environment. So if there's sun or rain or snow, that we'll be able to use the techniques possible to be in those environments, for the storage unit to last and to be able to build in those environments. And putting proper finishing touches on the unit, like finish on wood and such. Next slide, please. I want to talk about the risk of the project. So there are a couple of risks that we foresee with this project. And the first is the construction delay due to inclement weather. This could be, over snowing and thunderstorms and rain and such that will prolong the project's lifetime. Another risk is the project itself not being built up to code, and which means it would need alterations and adjustments so that it meets the requirement. And if this happens, it will mean that we'll need to spend more time and money to be able to make those alterations and adjustments necessary so that it is up to code and passes the inspection. And last risk we foresee is the possible injuries that can happen while constructing this project. Next slide, please. Now we want to talk about the resources for this project. So with the resources, there are first there's the building materials that we'll need. So the hardware such as the bolts, the nuts, the screws, etc., and as well as the sidings for the project itself, and with the wood and the concrete. Also, we need tools and equipments to install those hardware and the sidings and such. So, such as the saw, a power drill, an excavator for excavating the land and everything. And also, we need the construction crew is vital to this project to be able to put in the concrete and the frame. So the concrete and framing crews. Next slide, please. So with this, we see the weighted scoring model for our team, and we can see that the personal interest and return on investment is weighted the most, and that's what we think most is important. And for all of the project listed, we see that the construction of a storage unit is the most popular among our team. And so that's what we'll be doing. Next slide, please. So this is my personal presentation rubric, and you can use to grade me on my presentation. And that is all. And thank you so much for watching.